Hello, good morning to you, class. Today we are going to see how the exams of 2020 and 2021 looks like, and we are going to see some questions and answers, and how they were asked on the curriculum of level 3 according to the basic algebra and trigonometry. Also, there are some questions that were asked in level 4 about basic algebra, even advanced mathematics for level 5. So let us see, today we are going to see questions, 12 questions and their answers for section A. Then next time we shall see for section B, section 2. Section A, there's section 1. Questions and answers, they are about 12 questions. Let us see the first question, how looks like. It was, we were asked to find or to solve the following inequality. It is inequality because of what the sign that you are seeing here. This is inequality, and the sign of inequality here, it is called the greater than. The question was 6 times x plus 4 minus 7 minus 3x plus 7, 3x plus 10 is greater than or equal to 8 times x minus 1. So if you ask it to find the solve, you have to search for what class? You have to search for solution set. How? So 6 times x plus 4 minus 7 minus 3x plus 10 is greater than or equal to 8x minus 1, right? Yeah, so let us make developments of this until it gives us what is 6x plus 24 minus 7 minus 3x, negative and positive gives us negative 10 is greater than how much? This is 8x, then minus what? Minus 8, isn't it? So let us take this 6x minus 3 will give us this 3x, right? And 24 minus 7 is 17, yes? Minus 10 it is 7, isn't it? Plus 7. This is greater than how much? This is greater than 8x minus 8. Let's take this 8x in the right hand side. It's gonna be 3x minus 8x greater than it. Let us also take this 7 to the right hand side, this left hand side. So it's gonna be negative 8, this negative 8, then positive 7, it is going to the right hand side, it's gonna be negative 7, right? And 3x minus 8x is gonna be 5x. That's half sign negative, and this is greater than or equal to how much? Negative 15. So divide 5 here and 5 here. 5x, that's have negative. Let us divide it by negative 5. So the sign of inequality will change to what? It change to less than or equal to negative 15 divided by negative 5. We divide negative 5 in both sides. So here will give us what? X will be less than 20. This is 3. And then, how do we search a solution set? Remember, on number line, this is our number line. This is our number line. Let's try together to see how it looks like on number line. It's a number line, and this is set of real number. It started from negative infinity to positive infinity. So we have 3. Here is 0, negative 1, negative 2, 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, here is 4. Let us take the numbers that are less than 3. Numbers that are less than 3, their numbers are here. And also 3 is included. So x are numbers that's less than or equal to how much? 3. So when you are going to write solution set, we started from negative 50 up to 3 because these are numbers that are less than 3. Solution set gonna be numbers that start from negative infinity to 3. 3 is also included a part of the solution. We do like this one. If it's not included, we do like this. So here it is never closed or it is always open. Alright. So let us see next question, question number 2. We were asked also to solve. To solve, we have such solution like this one. But this is equality, is not inequality. Because the sign actually we see here it is equal. Solve in a set of real numbers. This is a set of real numbers. So 3 over x minus 2 equals to 4 over 3x plus 4. Method here that we have to use is a cross multiplication, right? Cross multiplication, we're going to take 3 that you are seeing here and multiplied by times 3 plus 4. And this is how much class? This is 4 times x minus 2, isn't it? So, when you take 3 times this, it gives us 9x plus how much? This is 12. And this gives us 4x minus what? Minus 8. Right? So, let's take this 4x in the left hand side. You're going to be 9x minus 4x. This is equal to how much? This is 12 minus 8 minus 12. So the answer here is 5x. Then 5x equals to, this is negative 20. Divide both sides by 5. 5x divided by 5 to get the value of x. This is negative 20 divided by 5. And x here is equal to negative 4, right? The value of x here equals to negative 4. So when you are going to write solution set, we do like this. Solution set, it is only the value negative 4 that satisfies our equation here. No any other number that you can substitute here and together the two equalities are equal. Alright. Okay. Now let us see number 3. Number 3 says we'll ask you to find the length of the third side and the surface area of this triangle. Are you seeing the triangle here? So do you remember how do you call this side? This side is called base and this is the height. This is hypotenuse. How can you get this side? Let us call this side to be A, and let us call this side B, and let us call this side C. According to the man called Pythagoras theorem, Pythagoras theorem says this side squared, C squared, A squared, plus this side squared, B, equals C squared, right? So we're going to take A squared plus B here equals to 8. We're going to take 8 squared equals to 17 squared, right? A squared, it is a side that we will ask you to find, plus 64. This is equal to 17 squared. This is 200. Let us calculate. Well, it is 200. by calculation 17 squared it is 289, right? So by taking 64 in the right hand side, it's gonna be 8 squared will be equal to 289 minus 64, isn't it? Then a squared equals to a squared equals to this is 225, and the value a here, it is the square root of this number, which is it is the third side. It is equal to square root of this number, it is a 15, right? 15 is the answer, and this is the third side. So we are going to see the surface area. Surface area for this question. Surface area, you know, if you remember, area for a triangle, yes, area for a triangle equals to base times height divided by 2. The base here equals to 15. Okay, this is 15, and the height equals to 8. Substitute from the area will be equal to 15 times 8 divided by 2. So what is the answer here? This is 4 times this number is how much is this? 15 times 8, calculate by using calculator. By using the calculator, this is 460. This is 60 class. And it is the area that we are looking for, then if it is in the meter, you put meter squared. If it is decimeter, you put decimeter squared. That's why here it is the unit of area. Alright. So let us see next question, question number 4. It was asked to find simultaneous equation. Solve the simultaneous equation is a system of two equations. This is the first equation, right? And this is the second equation. How many nouns do we have here? It is x and y. We have to search for the value of x and also the value of y, right? Then, how can you solve this? You can use Clammer's method, you can use any method simultaneously, you can use substitution, elimination, any method that you want. But let us use Clammer's rule. Use Clammer's rule. Use Clammer's rule. Let us use Clammer's rule. Let us first express this in terms of matrices. It is 5, it is 7, here is 3, here it is 2. These are coefficient. When we multiply this by x and y, this gives us what? It gives us 12, it gives us also 19. Let's find the x. To find x here, remember it is the determinant of x over determinant. To find also y, we take determinant of y divided by determinant. Now, determinant equals to what? Let us find determinant. We take 5 and 7, 3 and 2. We do like this one, by finding the determinant, we multiply these numbers. 5 by 2, it is 10, minus this by this, it is 21. So the answer here for determinant, it is 11. That have sign negative. So how about the determinant of x? Determinant of x, the coefficient for x is substitute them by these ones. So it is 12, it is 19. Then we add the ones of y, 3 and 2. So then, what is the number here? This is 24 minus 50 how much? 50 57. So 24 minus 57, it is negative how much? Negative 33, isn't it? Let us find dy. Determinant for y. Determinant for y, we shall take the coefficient for x is 5 and 7. And then we take 12 the 19 in terms of y. So what is the answer here? Here the answer is how much is this? 195. 95 minus 84. So how much is this? This is 11. Determinant for y equals to 11. So x equals to determinant of x over determinant. It is negative 33 over 11. That have which sign? Negative. So the answer is 3. Y. Y determinant for y, it is 11 divided by negative 11, which is the determinant. So the answer here, it is negative 1. The value of x here, it is 3. The value of y, it is negative 1. So when I want to write the solution set, it is a couple of two numbers. One is x, which is 3. Another one is negative 1, which is the value of y. So this is a solution set for such question like this one. The fifth question, we were given complex numbers below z1 and z2. These are complex numbers, right? We was asked to find, to evaluate z1 plus z2, z1 and z minus z2. The first complex number is z, which is equal to 2 plus 2i. And the next z2 equals to 5 minus 4i. Answer A. z1 plus z2. This is equal to how much? This is equal to 2 plus 3i. And then plus what? 5 minus 4i. So this will give us what? This is the real part. By this real part, 2 plus 5 gives us 7. So this is imaginary part. Imaginary part, 3 by 4, it gives us 3 minus 4 gives us negative 1. Then you add I. So negative I, isn't it? Negative plus 3i minus 4i, it is 7i. We will also ask her to find B, z1 minus z2. How much is this? This is 2 plus 3i, then minus 5 minus 4i. And this is 2 plus 3i minus 5. Then minus gives us positive. Positive what? 4i. So how about the answer? What's the answer for this? 2 minus 5 gives us negative 3. And then 3i plus 4i gives us 7i. Right? So this is our answer. We'll answer for question number 5. Number 6. Next question, number 6. We will ask it to differentiate the following functions. The first function here is called a constant function. This is a constant. Remember, somehow differentiation is like a derivative. Derivative of constant, if you remember what is the derivative of constant? A derivative of any constant is 0. So let us see how we can answer such question like this one. A. Lighting f of x is the same as lighting y, and this is negative 5. So d y over dx equals to the derivative of negative 5 in terms of x, and this gives us 0. This is derivative, and this is the same as lighting f of x derivative. Right? They are the same. B, so this is the answer. 0 is the answer. B, lighting f of x is the same as lighting y, and this is equal to 7x squared plus 2x and f of x derivative the same as dy over dx, and the d derivative of 7x squared plus 2x in terms of x, because we are making derivative of this function in terms of x. This will give us what class? Derivative of 7x squared, it is, if you remember what, x power n derivative gives us what? Nx n negative 1. This is the formula for derivative of function of this one. So the power that you have here is 2. 2 in front gives us it. 2 times 7 will give us 14. X you have power 1 plus derivative of 2x will give us it 2. It will give us 2. So this is the answer for such question like this one. Because derivative of 2x, we make derivative of x, and derivative of x gives us 1. So this is the answer. Alright. Okay, next question is question number 7, and it says we will ask you to find the range of the following function. The function f of x equals to x squared plus 3x plus 1. And you are given domain. This is a domain. You have to check what you have to look for range. Range. Yeah, let us take this as domain. Let us also take this as range. So the numbers that I have for domain is negative 2. You have negative 1. You have 0. You have 1. You also have 2. Yes. By which function? By the function f of x here that we have is x squared plus 3x plus 1. So by substituting the value of x here, because this is an object and it is input, you have to get output here, right? And all the possible input value is these ones. We call them domains. Output here, the number that you shall get the output, they are also element of range. So when you substitute negative 2 here, this is f of negative 2. It is negative 2 squared got 4. Negative, in terms of x, we want to put negative 2, 3 times negative 2, it is negative 6, and then plus 1. 4 plus 1, 5, minus this one, the answer here, it is negative 1. Right? Let us substitute negative 1 in that function. F of negative 1 equals to negative 1 squared, it is 1, minus 3, and then plus 1. 1 plus 1 gives us 1, minus 3, it is negative 1, isn't it? F of 0. So when you substitute 0 here is 0, 0 again, plus 0, and then plus 1. So the answer here, it is 1. Right? When you substitute 1 in that function, it will give us what? It will give us what? F of 1. This is 1. This is 3. 1 plus 3 plus 1 again. So the answer here is 5. When you substitute 2 in that function, put 2 here. This is 4 plus 6. Again plus 1. That you're saying here. So the answer here it is 11. When you substitute 2 in that function, the answer here it is 11. So now range will have -1, and 0, 1. No, this is not 0. -1, -1. Here it is -1, and then 5. This is 1. Again 5, and the next number is 11. So this set is range. Here the number is 5. Yeah, these are numbers that you for set range. We are asked to find the range for this function. It is not real numbers. All right. Next question, question number 8. We will ask you to differentiate this function a f of x equals to x squared and ex. This is exponential function. This is polynomial. Product of these numbers you can use to differentiate is the same as making derivative. Let us call that function f of x is the same as writing y x squared ex, and then we will ask you to find derivative dy over dx is the same as writing f of x derivative of f of x, and this will give us d of x squared ex over dx. Next, we have to make derivative in terms of x. So remember, when you have a product of two functions, if we take first function derivative, we multiply the second derivative plus the first. It is like this one. Use this formula: u times v. Derivative of u times v. It gives us u, derivative of u, v, plus u and derivative of v, right? So this we shall make what? Derivative of x squared, right? In terms of x, and we shall multiply it on ex plus x squared derivative of ex in terms of dx, right? And this gives us what? Derivative of x squared, it gives us 2x. Then we add ex plus what? X squared, and derivative of ex does not change. It is always ex, isn't it? So this is dy over dx. Remember, dy over dx is the same as f of x. The derivative of the function f of x. All right. Next question is question number 9, and we were asked to evaluate the following integrals. Integrals here, it is integration of 2x dx plus the integration of cosine x dx minus integration of 5 dx. This is a sign for integration, right? Now, b, it is integration of 8e power 2x negative 2x dx. And answer for question number A. Integration of 2x dx plus integration of cos x dx minus integration of 5 dx. This gives us what? Remember, 2, it is a constant. It may go in here. And if you remember well, integration for x power n dx, this gives us the x n plus 1 divided by n plus 1, then plus a constant. The power that you have here is 1. You have to add 1, then it becomes the 2 is this constant. X that have power 1, it's going to be 2. The value that n plus 1, also here it is 2. Plus, integration of cosine gives us negative cosine, negative sign. Cosine integration gives us negative, it is, I don't know, it's not negative to sine x. Integration of cosine x gives us sine x. Then minus what? Integration of 5, it gives us 5 x. Because it is integration of dx. Integration of dx gives us x, then plus what? A constant. So we can simplify 2 by 2 and remain with the x squared plus sine x minus 5x plus a constant. Alright, so this is the answer for the first question, number 8. B, integration of 8e negative 2x dx. 8 in front of integration of sine 2x dx. So integration of this, it is 8 which is here times integration of e negative 2x dx. It is we use this formula, integration of e power ax dx. It gives us 1 over a e power ax plus a constant. 1 over a here is negative 2. It's gonna be negative 1 over 2, negative 1 over 2, then e power negative 2x, right, plus a constant. So when you simplify 8 by 2, we shall remain with the 1 negative 4 e power negative 2x plus a constant. So this is the answer. This is the answer for that question. Also, this is the answer for such question like this one. So these are what this is in the term determinate what this is integration is. This integration is it is indefinite integrations because they don't have boundaries. All right. Let us go to the next question. Next question is question number 10. We are asked also to evaluate the integration, but this is definite because definite integrations, they have boundaries. Boundaries that start from 1 up to 2 of these functions, and this polynomial, product of polynomial and exponential function, it means we have to use the integration by part. It is a method. Integration by part here, remember, we use this formula, integration of u dv equals to u times v minus integration of v du, right? The first function here, x, we let x be to x equals to u. The derivative of x here, dx, will be equal to du. Derivative of u gives us 1, but we have made the derivative in terms of x. And then they remain ex and dx, we set it to be, or let it to be dv. dv equals to ex dx. How can we find v? We make integration here and also integration here. Integration of dv gives us v. Integration of ex dx gives us ex, because integration of x does not change. Let us substitute in the formula. The formula says integration of u, which one is u? It is x. dv, which one is dv? dv is ex dx. this is equal to u. U, which one is u? It's x. V it is ex, then minus integration of v it is ex, then du it is dx. So this will be equal to x ex minus integration, no integration, because integration of this we know the answer. So this will gives us ex and then plus a constant. So let us move this constant by adding what now integration that we have here. It is integration for ex x ex dx that don't have boundaries. So let us make derivative integration by adding these boundaries. Integration of x ex dx from 1 up to 2 will gives us what? It is x ex. Let's put boundaries here, 1 and 2, from 1 up to 2, minus the answer that you got here, it is ex, right? Also boundaries, you don't have to put plus constant because we have boundaries 1 and 2, isn't it? So this will gives us what? This will gives us, let's substitute 2 here. This is 2 we have x, have to substitute the value of x is 2, minus, let's substitute 1 here, 1 times power 1. This is power of because it's 1, power 1. Power 1 gives us Now, minus is this one. Let's substitute 2 here. It's going to be power 2, isn't it? Minus is the one that's in a formula, okay? Let's do like this one. This is the minus that we have here, and this is the value when you substitute 2 in terms of x. Let us also substitute 1 here. Power 1 gives us right? So remove bracket to 2 minus minus square. Then minus gives us positive what? So negative plus we cancel each other, then 2 squared minus squared will give us a squared. So integration from 1 up to 2 of x dx will give us power 2. Next question is question number 11, and we will ask them to convert the following degrees into pi radians. How many degrees do you have here? It is 135 degrees, and also you have 225 degrees that you have to convert into pi radians. Let us answer this question. Question number I. It is 135 degrees. So what is the relationship between degrees and pi radians? It is that 180 degrees corresponds to pi in radians, right? Then how about 1 degree? 1 degree going to be pi over 180 degree radians. Then, if you have 135, this will give us pi over 180 times 135 degrees radians. This means we can simplify degree by degree, and here by 5. When we simplify 135 by 5, it is 27. Right? When you simplify this number by 5, it is going to be 36. Again, let us simplify 36 by 9. This is 3 and this is 4. So it means 135 degrees equals to 3, this is 3 over 4 or 3 pi over 4 in radians, right? So this is the relationship. We have another degree here, 200, number 2, 225 degrees. So 180 degree, we have seen that correspond to pi radiant, right? Then 225 degree will be equal to pi over 108 degrees times 225 degrees radians, which means degree by degree we count each other, and then by simplifying this number by 5 and here by 5, this is 45 and this is 36. Simplify by 9 here and by 9 here. By 9, this is 5, yes, up is 5, and down here it is 4. So it means 225 degrees equals to 5 pi over 4 in radians. Alright, so these were the solutions for such question like these ones. Now, we have another question here, B. To convert the following pi radians in degrees. We have seen that pi in radians equals to 108 degrees. It means 5 pi over 6 will be equal to 5 times 180 degrees over 6. When you simplify 6 by 180, we shall remain with 30 degrees. 30 degrees times 5, this is 150 degrees. It means 5 pi over 6 radiant equals to 150 degrees. Right? Last question for section 1. We are going to see, it is number 12. It is apart from statistics. And it is 2 variables here. You have 2 variables. You have to deal with the 2 variables, x and y. Let us set mathematics to be x and physics to be y. Y and the numbers that you have here going to be number 1, number 2. Going to be yi, and this is xi, right? From the following data of marks in mathematics and physics obtained by 4 students out of 50, it means it is the performance of students in mathematics and physics out of 50, 14 out of 50, 35 out of 50. These are marks got by the first students in mathematics, also in physics, and so on. We ask it to calculate what the mean for mathematics and the mean for physics, and also after we have to transfer covariance for mathematics and physics. All right. We use very simple. You know, if you remember the way you find mean for x, we write it in this way. Mean for x is a summation of xi divided by n. N is number of numbers that we are given. N is number of the we are given how many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it means n here equals to 4, right? And then Mean for y, we write y, then we put something like this one, and it's summation of y's divided by n. And so this is a formula that we shall use for finding mean for mathematics and physics. The ones that use for covariance, if you remember well, covariance, we write cov, then you add x and y to mean covariance of x and y. And this is equal to summation of xi minus x mean times yi minus y mean, right? So over n. N still gonna be 4. Alright, so it means we need a table. We need to construct a table. It seems to be like this. Let's do like this. Yes. For x here, xi here, yi is here, and here it is x minus x mean. Also here it is y minus y mean, and this, the left will be the product of them. Let's take xi here, and the values of xi we have 14, we have xi 45, we have 27, we have also 38. For yi you have 35, we have also 40, we have 20, we have 21. So we need to find summation of xi. We need to find these summations. We need to find summation. Okay. All right. We need to find summation of these numbers, right? So when you add these numbers, summation of these numbers will give us 124. How? 14 plus 45 plus 27 plus 38 there. Then when you add them, we're gonna find summation. It is 125. So also when you add these numbers, the ones of what? 35 by 40 by 20 by 21, we'll get 100. This is 116, right? So we are going to find mean for x. Mean for x, it is the answer for question number A, equals to what? Equals to summation of xi minus n. No, the summation for xi divided by n, which is equal to 124 divided by 4. So what is the answer here? The answer here, it is this is 3. This is 3 and this is 1. It is 31. What is 31? 31 is a mean for math. Mean for mathematics. All right. B. We need to find the y mean, which is equal to summation of y's divided by n. Summation of y's gives us 116 divided by 4. What is the number here? Put 2. Yes. Put 2. It is 8. 36. 36 divided by 4, it is 9. 29. And then this is it. What is 29? It is the mean for physics. Alright, so the remaining one is the covariance. Covariance. How do you find covariance? Summation of xi minus x mean. We need to find xi minus x mean. It is this number for xi minus x mean is 31. 14 minus 31, negative 17. 45 minus 31. This is 14. 27 minus 31. This is negative 4. 38 minus 31. This is 7. So we need also to find the yi minus y mean. It is 35 minus 29. This is a 6. I think. This is 6. 40 minus 29. The answer is 11. 20 minus 9. This is negative 9. 21 minus 29. The answer is negative 8. So we need product of this. Multiplication of xy I minus x mean. Xi minus x mean times yi minus y mean. So this will give us what? We take this number times this. This is how much? This is 100. That's 100. This is 102. Yes. Negative 102. When you take 14 times 11, the answer is 100. 15. 54. Good. Negative 4 times this is 36, right? This is 50, negative 56. When you add these numbers, the summation of these numbers will give us 32. Plus this is 158. And then this is 190. 190, 150, yeah, 58. This is 32. So covariance of xy will gives us summation of this gives us 32. 32 divided by n divided by 4. So the number here it is 8. So mean for x, and this is the covariance. Covariance for mathematics and the physics. So thank you for your attention, and this is the end of our session of today. Today we wanted to see how the theoretical questions of section 1 seems to be, and the way you can answer them. So next time we shall answer the ones of section 2. All right. Thank you all for your attention, and see you next time.